out the clock, boys. 115 to 108. You got Ambush on top. I don't know how it's happening because every time I look at their screens, they're dying. But they just must be scrappy, and Status Quo must hate the hill.
Well, to be honest, Chris, what they did there was kind of unique. They had a guy open gold, they had a guy close gold, and then they had the guy in the hill, and the other guy was spawning. And by doing that, it forced him into open purple somehow, or I guess Status Quo just took that route to open purple, and then they had him trapped in lobby. It was a nice strat. I liked it.
And did you see the push from Macchio there? He saw the guy in the sword room, or in the lobby rather, completely ignored him, went right after Tots. It looks like Macchio's game plan is shut down hill time. We heard him freaking out, calling out the guy down low. He's going to be the guy who's going to be constantly trying to get Status Quo out of the hill, while the rest of the players, especially Nexus, are focusing on spawning and putting their team in the right position.
And that's good to have that information right there. If you know that one person's always going to be going for the hill, then you don't have to worry about that. You know, hey, I don't have to go out of my way to do this because I know Macchio's charging there right now.
So Macchio's stats might not be pretty this game, but his role is very important, almost equally important to Nexus's.
Gilkey, you need to play this slower.
Fill me in, Scott. What don't you like about that?
Well, Gilkey had sword control, as we saw earlier, and he saw two people. Yeah, he was putting in shots. If he would have just stayed on that sword, like, he probably could have finished that guy. But instead, he got a little greedy, saw two people, drops down, ends up losing all his shields, tries to hide close barrels, and gets taken down. And now his team's in basement. You just have to look at the bigger picture.
So 155 to 130, Status Quo starting to gain a bit of a lead here. Ace versus Macchio. Macchio getting dumped on by the rest of Status Quo from behind. We're going to Gilf Dog. He's the only one alive for ambush.
Now, if we go back to Gilkey, Scott, you were talking about how he should have controlled sword. Twice he did this now in this game instead of dropping down to the bottom. Is that something a coach can point out, or maybe that is their strategy for Gilkey? Maybe he's not the guy to control the sword.
I mean, it's really not position-wise in this game. It's really whoever's in the position to get sword spawn, take it, because it's so important. So the coach could point that out, but I think depending on the coach, if he just recently picked him up, Gilkey may take that offensively. So a coach, it's a really touchy situation. You have to really approach it gently. You can't be like, you got to stay in sword, because the player will be like, what do you know? Like, you're my coach.
And Scott, you were staring Farouk in the eyes while you're talking there, so I know you just missed the awesome play by Tizoxic.
Yes.
With just one shot on him, he ran up the sword legs, got to the rocket, launched the rocket, missed the rocket, but he did a great job of evading the opponent, spawning his teammates up in sword, and getting the power weapons. Farouk does have pretty eyes, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, they sucked me in like a tractor beam.
Yeah, I think it's the cowboy hat that brings him out here in Dallas. All right, here we go. Gilkey pushing close. He's got help from behind, and Tizoxic's going to clear out the hill. Perfect push here from Ambush. Now they got the power weapons, and Gilkey is shooting bucket rockets.
Gilkey needs to charge back gold with those rockets. Just needs to charge back gold with those rockets. They're forced up in one spot, and it's a guaranteed kill. But, oh well.
Alright, so Gilkey picking up the double kill. Meanwhile, his teammates lost control of the hill. Todd's trying to do some work from back gold. He's going to spawn his teammates there. Ace is now spawning. You got Clutch spawning on close street. Perfect play here by Tots, putting his teammates in position. Now it's going to be on Ace to clean up his kills, and he's going to be taken down. We're going on board with Clutch.
And we're just under the 4-minute mark right now. Ambush down by about 30 seconds. Now picking up some hill time right now. And first one to 250 wins. Gentlemen, this is now, Scott, you talked about earlier when it was 9 minutes. Now when we get to the clutch time, now is the real time. They got to start picking up this hill time and making the push.
Yes, under 5 minutes is the time where you have to be aggressive and take every second you can. You still have to think things through. You don't want to just rush to the hill with no shields because you have to play smart. But if you're in a situation where you can get hill time, you have to get it. Especially when you're down.
And how important under 5 minutes do the rockets and the overshield and the snipers become even more? Do they become even more pertinent to have?
Oh, they're astronomical. You can't even measure them. It's amazing how much a single OS will change the entire game at the end.
Astronauts. And there's the triple kill Ace, and he is making his way towards the hill. And it moved. Now. All right, so the overshield is now up. It'll be interesting who gets this overshield. There's only 2 of them left. We're within 3 minutes now. Clutch is sitting up top at the rockets, and we're going back to Flamestor just as he's taken out. Who wants to watch Clutch? I do.
He's pulling a Gilkey. just charging the hill for no reason.
All right, so now check this out, guys. We got a 25-second game here. We got Macchio, who just had the overshield. It's all burned now. They have map control. They're going for the hill, but right now you got Tots firing from above. So Nexus is sitting in hill. Zoxic got the bad spawn at bottom open ramp, and it's going to be up to Gilkey. He is the last player alive up top.
Now let's see if he does this right. Nope. Drops down. Scott.
He loves it. He loves
I mean, if it works out, it's working out for him. Okay. This time I'll give it to him.
Oh, and Macchio's going to be up top. VR battle, beatdown battle. He loses. Nexus is winning, though, for the team. Check out Nexus. Coming up clutch every time I talk about him. He's in the hill or going in the right position at the right time.
Come on, let's go. One dead, let's go. Come on.
And we're going to listen in at the end of this one.
In lobby, guys. Come on. We need some time. Let's get
Clutch. I dive to go straight. Clutch is
rocket sword.
Clutch is good. I got hill. Watch main ramp for me. Somebody.
Lobby.
Five in hill.
Watch on lobby.
Main ramp.
Rocket sword.
Get hill. Lobby to R1.
Toxic R1 now. One shot. Lobby.
217 to 208. It is getting close. 1:15 left on the clock. The new hill will move up top to the closed street. And in 11 seconds, one overshield left in the game. The Rockets are gone. This is clutch time right here. And Flamesword is just going to try and eat up the last 5 seconds here. He's realizing the hill's moving, and the rest of his team already has top close locked down. Clutch in your favorite spot, open street. He's coming behind people though, top gold. Oops. Oops. Yeah. But this is what's going on though. Three people down there for ambush momentarily. You have Ace sitting in the hill, and Tots is going to be watching his back from top close. Who's going to do it from ambush to Zox? Just went up top with the Obi. Got to pull out the BR. Flamesword doing heavy damage. He does pick up the kill. 30 seconds left in the game. It's a 10-point lead right now for Status Quo, and it's quickly ticking away.
Watch your pick. Watch my left, Joey.
Open street.
I can't believe Zoxic's sniping right now. I don't know how he's even...
Oh, my getting clutch when it matters. 10 seconds left, and it's an 8-second game. They did it. Ambush just stayed alive. We are going to a game 4.
Listen, I'm not fucking losing.